Now, man, oh man, what a time we have right now. We're 24 hours away for allegedly, possibly seeing Shedeur Sanders play for the 2025 season. Now, we know we all have been patiently waiting for Shedeur to make an appearance on the damn football field. Now, will that happen tomorrow? I can't guarantee you that. But something I can guarantee you is that he has been named quarterback 2, and that moves him up that damn depth chart. That's what we want him to be, because we know Dillon Gabriel is a bad series away. I said this last video. He's a bad series away from this thing all getting derailed, and I believe that possibly could be what is in the near future for Dillon Gabriel. Now, with that being said, we got several people.
What's going on, everybody? This is Gridiron Insights, and today we're diving deep into what might be the most talked about moment coming out of Cleveland this week. Myles Garrett, the face of the Browns defense, a franchise cornerstone, just went viral for a press conference that felt less like an interview and more like a message. A message to Kevin Stefanski. A message to the locker room. And maybe, just maybe, a message about Shedeur Sanders. Because when a leader like Myles Garrett slams his helmet, when he says he's frustrated and ready to win, you better believe it's not just about one bad game. It's about a team on the brink. A team that just got embarrassed 32-13 by the New England Patriots, a team that looked lifeless on offense and confused on defense. And right now, all signs are pointing toward one question. Is it finally time for Shedeur Sanders to take that field? Let's rewind the tape. Yesterday, during his post-game presser, Myles didn't name names. But his tone? His energy? It screamed disappointment. You could feel it. The kind of energy that makes you say, something in Cleveland is about to change. And that's where it all ties back to Shedeur. The rookie quarterback, sitting at QB2 right behind Dillon Gabriel, is getting closer and closer to his first NFL snap. And when John the Liquidator, a guy who's been covering this saga all year, said Gabriel is just one bad series away from losing his spot, he wasn't exaggerating. Because after what we saw against the Patriots, a flat offense, a non-existent rhythm, and receivers visibly frustrated, that bad series might have already happened. So when Myles Garrett went viral for snapping on Kevin, for showing his frustration in public, it wasn't just passion, it was a cry for leadership, for accountability, and maybe even for a new era in Cleveland. Now, let's be real, Cleveland fans are tired. Myles is tired. Everyone is. For years, this team has lived off of hope, off of next year. But you can't keep selling next year when you're sitting at 3-7, coming off a blowout loss to a Patriots team that isn't even fighting for the playoffs. Garrett said it best, "I'm frustrated. I'm ready to win." And when your defensive captain is openly saying that, what does that say about the quarterback position? Because the truth is, Shedeur Sanders didn't come to Cleveland to sit and watch. He came here to change the culture. He came to bring that prime energy, that fire, that unshakable belief that losing isn't an option. And Cleveland? Man, they need that more than ever.
We got several people in the media also speaking about Shedeur Sanders having a big month in December. I don't see how the Browns ain't going to the playoffs. So what they got maybe 2-3 games left. Like, to me, it was a waste. It'd be a waste. You know what I'm saying? They should have been playing Shedeur if they was going to play him. Why save him for the last couple games to just what? Sorry, guys. We blew this one. Basically, that's what I'm picking up from him. But make a long story short, they're pretty much talking about Shedeur in December. I'm going to roll that footage for you guys right now. Then come back with this Myles Garrett footage. Roll it.
This is wrong of me to assume because you just don't know what this offense. That they're going to win tomorrow. Everyone's going to, cooler heads will prevail. And Dillon Gabriel will still be the quarterback next week. And then I think the first game that it becomes a bigger question for the franchise, depending on what happens against Baltimore next week, if it's a blowout, if the offense still looks terrible, if Dillon still looks terrible, then I think they might consider making that change for the Raiders game. But I honestly think it probably is longer than that even.
The local media is already buzzing. Some insiders believe Shedeur could make his debut in December, maybe against the Raiders. Others think it's too late, that waiting until the final few games is a wasted opportunity. But let's be honest. If you're a franchise that just got humiliated 32-13, what exactly are you waiting for? Because if you wait until December, you've already lost the locker room. You've already lost the fans. So here's the million-dollar question. What more do the Browns need to see before giving Shedeur a shot? They've seen Dillon Gabriel struggle. They've seen Garrett's frustration boil over. They've seen fans losing faith. It's time to stop managing optics and start managing wins. Now, when Myles Garrett talked about focusing on his family, teaching his niece, and ignoring trade rumors, that part hit different. Because you can tell the man's tired of the noise. He's tired of hearing about rebuilds and next draft. He wants to win now. He even said it himself. If we're not focused on this year, then we're falling into a rebuild. That's not a defensive end talking. That's a leader talking. A man who's seen too many losing seasons to count. And when he said it, the message was clear. Play Shedeur. Stop overthinking it. Because, let's be real, the city of Cleveland has been waiting for a spark. They've been waiting for someone who can walk in and say, "We're coming." And that's exactly what Shedeur's been saying since college. We coming. Everywhere he goes, that message follows him. It's not just a slogan, it's a warning. But here's where things get spicy. After that press conference, fans started connecting dots. The helmet slam, the ready-to-win comment, the shade toward Kevin Stefanski, it all felt like a build-up to something bigger. Even analysts outside Cleveland are noticing. One ESPN insider said, if Shedeur doesn't start by December, this organization has failed to evaluate their quarterbacks. That's not a light statement. That's national attention, and it's turning the Browns' QB situation into a headline. So let me ask y'all, do you think Myles Garrett was sending a message to his coach or to his quarterback? Drop your take in the comments right now. Because from what we've seen, Garrett's not just venting. He's calling for a shift. He's calling for someone to bring energy, swagger, and composure back to Cleveland's offense. And who else fits that bill better than Shedeur Sanders? The thing about this Shedeur conversation is that it's not just about hype, it's about timing. You can't bring a young QB in too early and risk shaking his confidence. But at the same time, you can't wait too long and waste a season. Shedeur's been studying, learning, adapting to the league's speed, but he's also been hungry. Every sideline shot of him shows a guy ready to take the reins. And after that Patriots loss, you could see it in his eyes. Cleveland needs more than a quarterback. They need a leader. And that's what separates Shedeur from most rookies. He's been under the spotlight since high school. Pressure doesn't scare him. It fuels him. And maybe that's why Myles Garrett's words hit so hard this week. Because somewhere deep down, he knows the only way to turn this around is to hand the keys to the kid who's been ready since day one. Do you believe Shedeur should start now, or wait until December like the analysts say? Should Kevin Stefanski risk it all to give the rookie a shot, or stay loyal to Gabriel a little longer? Let us know in the comments below. Because the next few weeks in Cleveland are about to get wild. And when Myles Garrett ended that presser with one phrase, "We coming," you could almost feel the city exhale. It wasn't anger anymore. It was belief. Belief that something's changing. Belief that Shedeur's moment is closer than ever. When Myles Garrett said, "We coming," it wasn't just an echo of Shedeur Sanders' confidence, it was a declaration. It was a challenge to everyone in that building. Because that phrase, born out of Shedeur's fire and Dion's DNA, means something. It means you're done being overlooked. You're done settling. You're done losing. And that's the energy Cleveland needs right now. After the 32-13 loss to the Patriots, cameras caught Garrett pacing the sideline, helmet in hand, jaw tight, eyes locked on the field like he couldn't believe what he was watching. And honestly, who could blame him? The Browns' offense looked flat. Disconnected. Like they didn't even believe in the play calls anymore. Dillon Gabriel looked hesitant, not just physically, but mentally. The kind of hesitation that spreads through a locker room like wildfire. And here's where it gets real. Myles Garrett isn't the kind of guy who throws tantrums. He's not emotional for clicks. When he slams his helmet, when he snaps at Kevin Stefanski, that's leadership boiling over. That's the face of your defense saying, "This ain't good enough." Because to Garrett, and to the fans, it's not about stats anymore. It's about identity. Cleveland's identity has always been toughness, grit, the blue-collar chip-on-your-shoulder mentality. But lately, It's been confusion, excuses, and next season. And that's why the locker room's attention is starting to shift. Because while everyone else is losing focus, there's one guy in that room whose confidence hasn't moved an inch, Shedeur Sanders. The rookie might not be on the field yet, but he's already leading with his energy. Players see it in practice. Coaches feel it in meetings. And fans? Fans can sense it from the stands. It's like the city's heartbeat is waiting for Shedeur to step out of the tunnel. They doubting us, but we coming. Those weren't just words. Those were Shedeur's fingerprints all over the moment. Because when Myles said that same line, people noticed. Social media blew up. Fans started flooding the Browns' comments. Is Garrett siding with Shedeur? Is this the start of the prime era in Cleveland? And honestly, it's starting to feel that way. Let's look at what Myles actually said after that press conference. He told reporters he didn't care about trade deadlines. Didn't care about rumors. He just wanted to focus on winning now. That's not a man checked out. That's a man calling for urgency. And if we've learned anything from this season, it's that urgency starts at quarterback. So here's where the conversation turns. The Browns coaching staff reportedly met this week to evaluate the offensive trajectory. Translation? They're looking at Shedeur. They're looking at that QB2 spot, wondering how much longer they can justify keeping the rookie on the bench. And while Kevin Stefanski continues to defend Gabriel, saying he needs more time, more rhythm, the locker room might not be buying it anymore. Because you can't tell Myles Garrett to keep believing when the scoreboard keeps screaming 32-13. You can't tell fans to trust the process when that process looks broken. And you can't keep preaching development when your team captain is slamming helmets and saying, "I'm ready to win." So ask yourself, Cleveland fans, is it time? Is it time to hand the keys to the kid with prime blood in his veins? Because sources around Berea say Shedeur's reps in practice have quietly gone up. Nothing official yet, but insiders are whispering that the coaches are testing combinations. Testing combinations? That's code for getting him ready. And if that's true, the Raiders game could be more than another Sunday matchup. It could be the start of a new chapter. Now, you might ask, is Shedeur ready? Let's look at the facts. This is a guy who's been groomed for the spotlight his entire life. From Jackson State to Colorado, from viral nil deals to primetime interviews, he's built for pressure. But the NFL isn't college. The windows are tighter. The defenses are smarter. And the critics? They're louder. Yet that's exactly why fans believe in him, because he doesn't flinch. In Colorado, when the world said he couldn't hang with the big boys, he dropped 510 yards and 4 touchdowns in his first FBS game. Pressure doesn't crush him. It sharpens him. So why not now? Why not Cleveland? Because if we're being honest, what does the team have to lose? The season's slipping. The morale's cracking. And your defensive captain is calling for a spark. All this could be solved if y'all do one thing. Play Shedeur. That line from John the Liquidator hit harder than anyone expected. Because he said out loud what fans have been screaming all month. Play Shedeur, and everything changes. You energize the locker room. You restore faith in the fan base. And you show the NFL that Cleveland isn't afraid to make bold moves. But if you keep waiting, if you keep protecting feelings instead of chasing wins, you risk wasting the one shot you have to turn this narrative around. Because like Myles Garrett said, be who you are. And right now, Cleveland's trying to decide exactly who that is. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, Kevin Stefanski. When Garrett's frustration went public, it didn't just hit fans. It hit the coaching staff too. Reports say there were closed-door meetings the next day, discussing leadership tone and accountability. Translation: the cracks are showing. Stefanski's been walking a tightrope all season, trying to protect a rookie QB while holding the locker room together. But after that Patriots loss, that rope's starting to snap. Because when your star defensive player basically says, "We need change," and your offensive struggles keep piling up, you're out of excuses. So here's the reality. If Shedeur doesn't start soon, it's not just a lost season. It's a lost locker room. And that's why this isn't just about football anymore. It's about trust. Do the players trust Kevin Stefanski to make the right call? Do the fans still trust this coaching staff to build a winner? Or are they ready for someone new? And right now fan chants of "Play Shedeur" echo during Browns practice sessions. Reporters say team morale shifted after Myles Garrett's viral remarks. Those chants aren't just noise anymore. They're momentum. Reporters on the ground say morale actually improved this week, not because of a win, but because of belief. Belief that Shedeur's time is coming. And when Garrett doubled down later that night, reposting the "We Coming" clip on his Instagram story with a brown heart emoji, fans lost it. The post hit 1 million views in an hour. ESPN even ran a segment titled, "Myles Garrett Sending a Message to Stefanski?" So yeah, this story's not slowing down. It's catching fire. And that brings us here, to the moment where everything changes. The Browns are standing at a crossroads. One path keeps them in the cycle of almost and not yet. The other? It's risky, it's bold, but it's the kind of move champions make. Because make no mistake, Shedeur Sanders isn't a project. He's a movement. He brings confidence, swagger, and vision. He brings prime DNA, that belief that losing isn't a lesson, it's a temporary detour. And if Myles Garrett's words are any indication, the locker room's already ready. They just need the coach to follow. So I'll leave you with this. Cleveland's been patient long enough. They've been loyal long enough. The fans deserve to see what this kid can do. Because you can rebuild a roster, you can retool a scheme, but you can't fake belief. And when your leader says, "We coming," after a 32-13 loss, that's not frustration anymore. That's prophecy. They think it's a game, "We coming." Those final words echoed through the locker room, through the city, through the entire fan base. And whether Kevin Stefanski wants to admit it or not, the Browns' next era might already be here, waiting on the sideline, wearing number 2. So get ready, Cleveland. Because when Shedeur finally steps onto that field, everything changes. And for the first time in a long time, this city might start believing again. That's it for today's breakdown, folks. If you believe Shedeur Sanders deserves that QB1 spot, drop your take in the comments right now. We read every single one of them. And if you're ready for the prime era in Cleveland, hit that like button, smash subscribe, and turn on those notifications, because here at Gridiron Insights, we don't just cover the game, we live it. Until next time, stay locked in, stay loud, and remember, we coming.